All right, Lions fans. 2 days ago, our boys took control of the NFC North. Let's talk about it. All right, son, it was a nail biter. 31-29. Our boys pulled it out over the Minnesota Vikings to take control of the NFC North. We did it without basically zero pass rush, without Aiden Hutchinson, going against the best receiver in the NFL in my opinion. I think it's yours as well. But somehow our boys pulled it out through, I believe, good coaching and just grit. Son, let's looking at these stats. Let's start with the defense because that's what made me nervous at the beginning of the game. If you look at the screen here, Sam Darnold threw a touchdown and a pick. We somehow sacked him 4 times, and I don't even remember that. I remember Pascal getting him once. I remember AG very wisely at the end of the game bringing 5 instead of just rushing 3. You know how I've talked to you about that before. I don't understand why teams let quarterbacks stand back and throw the Hail Mary. Um, Aaron Jones, except for that long run, look like we did a pretty good job on him. Jefferson, that is what that is. And then down here, son, if you look at our defense, you kind of see what some of the players did. What was your overall thoughts on our defense?
Yeah, no, I thought the defense did pretty well. Um, I thought the defensive line did pretty good. Actually, kind of how I expected. I know we had James Houston and a mix of other guys that were filling in for Aiden Hutchinson.
Yes.
Because I know that Dan Campbell was saying they were going to have like a myriad of guys that were going to come in and replace him. I think that's just coach talk. I think they're trying to low key get a real defensive end in here because they want to win the Super Bowl, but we'll talk about that later. I once again I thought Terry Arnold and Carlton Davis. I thought they did. How many yards did Justin Jefferson have?
He
It wasn't
had
his craziest game against us.
7 for 81 and a touchdown.
It wasn't his craziest game against us at all. Um,
No.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, Carlton Davis is not a top 10 or top 12 or top 13 or even 15 corner in the league probably. And I'm not even saying that as disrespect. I'm saying that like he probably like I'm saying he's gonna keep climbing the ranks because to me, what I'm saying is okay, it's not like we have Jalen Ramsey on our team yet. So I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I mean, there was a stat, but yeah, no, I thought the defense did pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna totally agree with you. I'm gonna go back down to the defense. I agree with you, son. The defensive tackles for sure. Reader, especially Lee McNeil. And Lee McNeil did a very good job pushing the centers and the guards back into the quarterback's lap. We didn't get a lot off the end, but like you said, it was by committee. If you look at the screen, Ukwe or Ukwu, if that's how you pronounce his name, Nyman, they brought him out there sometime. Pat O'Connell got some playing time. Let me see. Who else do I remember seeing? Pascal. I thought Pascal did decent. I mean, he got a good clean sack in there. He just doesn't have that snap and that quickness off the edge that Hutchinson has. But overall, I thought that the defense played pretty well. Excuse me. I know 93 yards with a 6.6 carry seems like it was like he was killing it. But if you take away that one run, that brings him down to what, 57 yards. So that means that's almost like 13 carries for 57 yards. So then that 6.6 would go down. But giving up 139 yards rushing is really not that bad, especially when 39 of them came from the quarterback. Running out of the pocket, whenever the Lions went in a zone, there was nobody there to stop them. So I would agree with you, son. I also do think that the DBs played good. The safeties played outstanding. I thought the DBs did a pretty good job. Now, some fans, because I was manning Twitter during the game, they were saying that Jefferson pushed off on Tyrion Arnold on that touchdown. I'm gonna have to rewatch it again,
Uh,
but they were like, "Come on, y'all! Can we get the call? He pushed off on him to get that touchdown." But however you want to look at it, it is what it is. The defense kind of held its own. Let's move on to the offense. Our offense, that is. Jared Goff's son has woke up. 22 of
yes.
25, 280 yards. He was sacked 4 times. And I'm going to be honest, we're going to get to the offensive line in a minute, but Zeitler being out showed early. Like it really showed how important the offensive line is because Saka, I forget how to pronounce his name. Man, he was killing us in the first quarter. Man, like he got like 3 penalties quick, and they were like all holding. Golf did his thing. Let's just start with golf. Before we move down the line. What did you think about Jared Goff, son?
Yeah, no. Jared Goff has been balling. Um, Honestly, they must have been listening to the podcast because, like I said, I disrespected him about 4 weeks ago. I'm gonna have to take that back. You can't deny Jared Goff is the best quarter. I mean, what is he not the best quarterback in the NFL? Can we really say that he's not? Can you say he's not? I don't think you can.
Put him behind Patrick Mahomes, maybe. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean his last 3 games, week 5, he was 18 for 18, 292, 2 touchdowns. Week 6 against Dallas, 18 for 25, 315, 3 touchdowns. Last week, 22 for 25, 280, 2 touchdowns. That's beyond a game manager, and that's this dude
Right.
showing that his
Right.
game is I don't know what the word. Showing an evolution in his game. Basically the offensive coordinator Ben Johnson he's found the absolute way to click with this dude's game, and it's actually kind of cool to see that. The guys on ESPN were talking about how the Rams are just trying to like hide Jared Goff away and stuff. So it's really cool to see how the Lions have worked with him. I mean, pretty much
Yeah.
but yeah, we're just with Jared Goff for now. So yeah, it was a really good game for him.
Agreed. 100% agreed. Look at our let's look at our rushing game. We had 144 total yards. 116 of those were by Gibbs. 15 for
Yeah.
116 with 2 touchdowns. Montgomery, who got hurt earlier in the game, had 9 for 31, and he did have that key fumble that almost cost us the game. What is your thoughts on the running backs?
Yeah, and that's exactly why we want David Montgomery so much. I think the running backs did really good. I mean, like I said, the Lions offense is just crazy. I don't even understand like how like offense is so good. They score so many points. It doesn't really matter. Like it doesn't matter if you know that we're running the ball with Jameer Gibbs. Man, he went 15 for 116 anyways, 7 yards a carry.
Yes.
And even David Montgomery on his 9 was going for 3.4. So no, I thought the running backs did really good. I mean, I thought they done good. They've done amazing the whole season.
Yes, I would agree. I would agree. Before we get to the receivers, the offensive line, I kind of touched on what I thought about the offensive line. If not the best offensive line, definitely a top three. But man, Zeitler was missed, son. I mean, did you notice that?
Oh, I did not. Was there a lot of holding penalties?
Yes, the right guard who came in place of Zeitler, he got 2 holding penalties. I mean, like right when the game started, like immediately, and then he got called for another penalty. I mean, he was just constantly getting beat and moved out of the middle.
Hmm.
I mean, he wasn't picking up the blitz. He was
Yeah.
struggling. After I
Okay.
gave him props a couple of games ago when he filled in, he did. It might have been the Cow. It might have been who did we beat? No, it might have been a Seahawks game. It was 2 games ago. I gave him props because he actually came in and did a pretty good job. This game, maybe it was Brian Flores's blitz schemes that was throwing him off, but he was struggling. And earlier on, I'm be honest. Once Aaron Jones got that long touchdown, and then when we did get the ball, it was penalty, penalty, penalty. I was like, man, this is it's not it's gonna be something freaky that's gonna happen. But I'm so glad that it didn't. Let's move on to the receivers, son. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 for 112 and a touchdown. And that touchdown was a long one. Speaking of Gibbs, he had 4 receptions. Khalif Raymond had a touchdown, 3 for 39. Dave Montgomery had 3 receptions. And my guy, Tim Patrick, 2 for 25, with his longest one being a 22 yard. He was targeted twice. He caught both balls. And I don't know what was going on with Jamison Williams. 1 catch on that screen for -4 yards. And that was the only target he had the whole game.
Yeah, when I was watching, I literally forgot about him actually.
For a while, I did too. Like it was sometimes when they were in a 3 receiver set, I didn't even see him on the field.
Yeah.
It was Brown, Patrick, and Raymond.
Yeah, so yeah, no, I thought the receivers did really well. It really doesn't, to be honest, it doesn't really matter that he's going to be out for these 2 games. It's not really going to affect anything. As you can see, they literally can throw the ball to whoever they need to. I mean, the offensive coordinator, I don't
Yeah.
know how he does it.
You
So
know and that reminds me, son. I noticed something on here that just stuck out to me. I thought Sam Laporta had a reception.
yeah, they got him for 1 for 25.
Oh, man, jeez, forgive me. I'm looking
Uh,
right. I'm
mhm.
looking right at. I'm like, man, they didn't. I'm okay, but I want to bring up a point of that. Sam Laporta also. I don't know if this is just Ben Johnson being Ben Johnson, showing that he can go anywhere he wants. Because, be honest, Sam Laporta and Jameson Williams haven't been used a lot yet. So I don't know if that's something he has in his bag, where there's going to be some game where you're going to get a lot of them. But I noticed that they've been kind of MIA.
See, I disagree. I think JMO's been used a crap ton. I feel like it's just Laporta.
It's just Laporta. Yeah, I mean they
Mhm.
do use Jameson Williams to take the top off the defense. I mean that's the good thing about having a weapon like that. He can go deep and draw safeties deep, But I don't know why Sam Laporta had an amazing rookie year last year, and for some reason this year, man, he's just I don't know.
Yeah,
He's not getting. I mean, let me go back to that Sunday. He only get targeted once, 2 targets.
yeah, I'd be very frustrated. We've been complaining about it for a while.
Yes, and I don't understand why Sam Laporta isn't getting targets unless, like we've talked about, this has been Johnson telling his guys, listen, everybody's not going to eat every week. This is a team game, and we're going to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to keep hitting 7 or so receivers a
They
game.
caught all of their passes too. That's what's hard to even say. Like you can't even say anything. They literally almost call all their
I'm
passes.
looking at that. Khalif
Like
Raymond 3 of 4, Montgomery 3 of 4, uh, Patrick 2 for 2. Yes, you're right. Yes, they're not letting much hit the ground, are they? Yeah, actually, right there,
yeah.
22 of 25.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, go ahead. You want to say something?
No, I mean, no, it's obvious. I was gonna say it has to be the best completion percentage streak for a quarterback ever. I mean, yeah.
Okay, and then I want to get to the last but not least. Let's touch on special teams. Jack Fox, 4 for 219 with a 54.8 average, 60 years. As long as I love a punter who can put up about 55 yards a game because that's literally flipping the field. And then the big one, Jake Bates only had to kick one field goal. It was 44 yards, but son, it was the one that counted. He wins the game. He puts the Lions up by 2. The young man had ice in his blood. It put us up by 2, and that pretty much was the game. What's your thoughts on the special teams?
Yeah, no, Jay Bates, he's that dude. I mean, he hasn't missed they said he hasn't missed a kick since high school or something. So
Yeah, he's good. He's good like that. So there it is, man. There it is, son. Our boys did it, man. 31-29. And I gotta say this, son. This is kind of personal to me. I'm very glad that our boys came away with the victory because in the NFL, it's not college. I don't quote unquote hate any teams in the NFL, but man, the Vikings fans and that clap that they do, that
oh,
skull clap, I cannot
yeah.
stand that. Like it drives me crazy. And it made me so happy that the fans were, they thought that they were going to be 6-0, they were going to win that game. And our boys, they were up 10-0, only for us to outscore them 31-19 the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And it made me very happy that they went home sad, very happy that after they did that skull clap, that they had to be disappointed. I don't know why, but it just made me so happy that we took them down. Not to mention, it does put us on top of the NFC North. Now, real quick, son, before we get out of here, you mentioned Jameson Williams. I did a video earlier talking about him being suspended. I just found that out this morning that he was suspended. We're going to miss him 2 games. I think for sure we will be fine this week against the Titans. I'm sorry, we can't lose to the Titans. Not especially not at home. I know it's the NFL. I know most people thought that the Falcons would beat the Seahawks because people say, "Well, it's the NFL. You never know what's going to happen." We can't lose to the Titans this week. I think without Jameson Williams, we should be good. But what about the week after at Green Bay? No Jameson Williams in that game. Do you think it's just business as usual, or do you think his presence is going to be missed?
I think his presence will be missed, but I think it honestly will be business as usual. Um, I feel like we could check in weeks past, and I, I mean, we definitely had 40-point games without JMO many times. I'm not gonna lie. I think it'll be business as usual. There's too
Mhm.
many things. There's just the offense is too good now. There's too many things that you have to worry about. At this point, we can always just don't be surprised if Tim Patrick goes 5 for 65 or something. Like these
Right.
guys are saying, I mean, you can't stop them. If
True.
the Vikings want to play these complex defenses, but they can't really do that because they have to be so worried about the run. And if you get too worried about the run, bro, we're just gonna play action and throw it over top. So it doesn't even matter. We'll throw it to
Yeah.
Cleve Raymond like they did. Like
Yeah.
So no, I don't think it'll be a problem. I think they should. I think they should be. They should get these 2 wins, and then they'll have some problems against Houston, and then they're going to go on another win streak till they get to Chicago and Green Bay.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, son. The way that this league is, the way that the season is shaping up, I gotta be honest, man. Everything is coming up Lions. This week, home against Tennessee. I mean, you have to win that game. You have to. Um, then you have Green Bay at Green Bay. Why is
That'll
that
be a
game at
good game.
425 on a
Well, isn't
Sunday?
that doesn't that mean it's game of the week? America's game of the
It
week.
probably is. You're right, son.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
yeah.
complaining, but maybe that's what it is. I'm like, man, why is that a 425 game?
Hey, I'm
But
only
that,
happy because we're gonna have film and then
oh
miss.
yeah, you go
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Okay, good. You'll get out right in time.
yeah,
I'm looking forward to November 10th. I think that's a Monday.
yeah. Me
No,
too.
that's Sunday night football. That's Sunday night football at
Yeah,
Houston. That's gonna be nice.
yeah,
At
yeah,
Houston, Jacksonville. I mean, come on, man. You
yeah.
got to beat that. At the Colts, come on, man. I'm sorry, Anthony Richardson is not impressing me. He's got a long way to go.
Okay. I have a
Uh,
question though.
Go
Do
ahead.
you think all 4 NFC North teams are going to make the playoffs, or what? Or is someone going to get booted
I
out?
kind
The
of hope
Vikings are going to make it, and the Packers are probably going to make it.
I'm kind of hoping so, if you want me to be honest, because I said before the season start that the NFC North is going to be the best
They're
division
by,
in
yeah,
NFL. I think the Lions are poised to win 12 games. I think that the Packers are going to be right behind the Lions, not 10, 11 games. The Packers are going to win double digit games.
You
The
think they're going to win
Vikings,
more than the Vikings?
I don't know. See, it's tough.
Because okay,
Are the Vikings, like some people said, listen, the Vikings losing to the Lions is not a big deal. That's what I heard some people saying earlier, some commentator. They was like, bro, the
yeah,
Lions are one of the best teams in the league. You can't say the Vikings are overrated because they lost to the Lions.
yeah,
Lions. If they lose to, Jacksonville, that's one thing, but losing to the Lions is not a big deal. I can see the Vikings still winning 10 games. And then you got the Bears. I had the Bears winning 9 games at the beginning of
yeah.
the season.
No, I agree with the commentator. I think it's going to be Vikings for Lions for the #1 seed in the NFC North. Like I think it's going to be like that last game of the season. He
Yeah.
says it'll be for either the wild card or that bye week, basically.
Yep. My cousin JB was talking about that, son. He keeps talking about that Minnesota game right there in
It's going to be
January.
lit
He
now.
keeps saying, I'm telling you, man, that's going to be a playoff game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
And
he
you're
says the
right. It
Lions.
could
Yeah,
come down to that.
yeah,
I don't know why, man, but that San Francisco game doesn't frighten me as much as it did when the season started, son.
yeah. Well, the Bums don't have Christian McCaffrey, so
Yeah.
well, actually
Yeah.
he'll probably be back by then. It's gonna be yeah, he's gonna be back by then. Yeah,
Of
it
course
doesn't
he
frighten
will.
me either because the Lions are really good.
Yeah, of course he'll be back by then, but whatever. Well, did we forget anything?
Um, no, I don't think so. Except I guess we'll talk about that another time. But Brian Branch is currently the best. He's the best ranked player in the NFL.
How couldn't he be, right? How couldn't he
Yeah,
be? Well, if that's it, then fans, thank you for joining us. Our boys are now 5-1 on top of the NFC North, and we can get a lead on the Vikings this week. I should have looked at the schedule to see who the Vikings even play this week. We can get a lead on the Vikings this
wow.
week with a win
The
that we should
Rams.
have at home. Let's see who the Vikings play. Let me just look at that real quick. So, man, they play. Oh man, some people talking about okay. Some people talking about the Rams might win the game. That they not going to beat the Vikings. So we have to get that win this week. I got the Vikings winning that game. So
Vikings don't
yeah,
have a strong schedule. I think that's why he was saying that they do have that chance. Their schedule is not strong.
no, their schedule's not, and that's why I'm saying it as well. They don't have a strong schedule. I believe the Bears' schedule isn't strong either. I think just the Lions and the Packers have strong schedules.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, just looking at that, speaking of the Vikings and the Packers, the Packers had the Jaguars. See what I'm talking about? And the Bears had but Jaden Daniels may not play though. So the Bears might
Okay.
get that game. So yeah, the NFC North is looking good, son. And the NFC North is looking everything's looking peachy for the NFC North. So
Yeah, yeah, it's back to the old days. It was when
yeah,
the Lions weren't good.
yep, back to the old days. Well, if you haven't already, over on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can keep talking Lions football. As you see, our Twitter/X page just scrolling at the bottom. Go over there and give us a follow. And you see our TikTok on the screen. Give us a follow over there as well. Well, we'll talk to you all after the Lions get this win against Tennessee at home Sunday. Until next time, peace.
Peace.